My brother-in-law, Ethan, attacked me, left me with a busted lip and a wrenched shoulder that popped out of its socket. My sister, Lauren, just stood there, her voice icy. You should have signed the loan papers. All this because I wouldn't back their dream home purchase. I barely made it to my parents' doorstep, blood dripping down my chin before collapsing in their arms. What happened next shocked even the responding officers. I'm Claire, 34, and I never imagined my own sister would stand by while I bled. Growing up, Lauren was my rock, my confidant. When she married Ethan, I embraced him as family. But when they pushed me to co-sign their mortgage, I hesitated, needing time to weigh the risks. I never expected that choice would lead to violence and betrayal. Before I dive deeper, let me know where you're reading from. If you've ever faced a tough call between family ties and protecting yourself, give this a like and follow for more. Lauren and I grew up in a quiet suburb of Fort Collins, Colorado, with 4 years between us. As the older sibling, Lauren was my shield, standing up to bullies at the park, helping me with math homework and sneaking me snacks when I was grounded. Our parents, both small business owners, ran a local bakery and taught us the value of hard work and saving for a rainy day. Always keep 3 months' expenses in the bank, Dad would say, handing us piggy banks as kids. And never bet what you can't lose. Those lessons stuck with me, but Lauren was always more spontaneous, splurging on concert tickets or trendy clothes. Still, we were tight, sharing secrets and dreams late into the night. When she left for college in Denver, I felt lost without her. I followed a similar path years later, studying business management at Colorado State University while working part-time at a coffee shop. I graduated and climbed the ladder at a local logistics company, becoming a regional coordinator by 31. Last year, I bought a cozy one-bedroom condo in Old Town Fort Collins, a small but proud milestone of my financial discipline. Lauren's path was different. She bounced between jobs after college, bartending, retail, even a brief stint as a yoga instructor. Then she met Ethan at a music festival 3 years ago. Their romance was a whirlwind. They were married within a year. I was her maid of honor, toasting to their love and welcoming Ethan into our family. At first, he seemed like a good match, charming, ambitious, working in real estate with big talk of flipping houses. Lauren took a job at a high-end spa, more for the perks than the paycheck. They seemed happy, even if their lifestyle leaned flashy. We stayed close as a family, gathering for barbecues at our parents' ranch-style home or hiking in the Rockies. But I started noticing shifts in Lauren. The sister who once thrifted vintage jackets now flaunted designer bags. Ethan would drop comments about my safe hatchback, urging me to live a little with a luxury SUV. At family dinners, he'd quiz me about my savings or the value of my condo, passing it off as casual interest. I chalked it up to his real estate hustle, missing the red flags. About 8 months ago, Ethan started talking about building wealth through property investment. Your sister and I are looking at a rental property, he said at a family cookout, showing off photos of a sleek condo complex. My parents nodded politely, but Mom later pulled me aside. Be cautious, Claire. Real estate's risky if you don't know the game. I brushed it off, thinking Ethan was just enthusiastic. Around then, I started dating Ryan, a firefighter I met during a safety training at work. He was steady, practical, and shared my no-nonsense approach to life. Ethan seemed to bristle around Ryan, cutting him off at gatherings or making snide remarks about small-town hero jobs. Ryan stayed calm, but he warned me. Ethan's got a chip on his shoulder. Watch out. The trouble started 3 months ago at my 34th birthday barbecue. Lauren gave me a hand-woven scarf, a nod to our childhood crafting days, and for a moment I saw the sister I adored. That warmth faded fast. A week later, Lauren called, practically bouncing with excitement, inviting me to their loft for dinner. We've got huge news, she said. I arrived with a cheesecake, expecting baby news or a job promotion. Their loft was staged like a showroom, fresh flowers, jazz music, a gourmet spread. Ethan poured wine with a grin, and after the main course, he slid his tablet across the table. It displayed a sprawling 5-bedroom house in a gated community near Boulder, stone facade, 3-car garage, the works. This is our forever home, Lauren beamed. It's got a chef's kitchen, a home theater, and space for a nursery. Wow, I said, stunned. That looks expensive. Are you sure about this? Ethan leaned in, confident. We're under contract, offer accepted yesterday. My commissions are about to skyrocket with a new project I'm leading. I knew his real estate deals were hit or miss, and Lauren's spa job barely covered her car payment. My gut churned. That's amazing, I said, forcing a smile. When's closing? Lauren's eyes flicked to Ethan. That's why we need you, she said softly. The bank wants a cosigner for the loan, your credit's perfect, Claire, and you've got that stable job. It's just a formality, you won't pay a dime. My heart sank. Co-signing meant I'd be on the hook if they couldn't pay, a massive risk given Ethan's inconsistent income. That's a lot to take on, I said carefully. Can I look over the terms and think it through? Ethan's smile tightened. Sure, but we need an answer by next week to lock in the rate. That night, I couldn't sleep. Dad's warnings about financial risk echoed in my mind. I researched co-signing and learned the stakes. Missed payments would tank my credit, and default could wipe out my savings or even my condo. I met with my financial planner, Sarah, who was blunt. Claire, their finances sound shaky. Co-signing could ruin you, say no. I asked Lauren to meet me at a brewery in town, hoping to talk one-on-one. I've looked into it, I started, sipping my IPA. Being a co-signer is a huge liability. What if Ethan's project falls through? Lauren frowned, swirling her drink. You're always so cautious. Ethan's got this handled, can't you just trust us? This house is our dream. I do trust you, I said, but this is a business decision. Maybe wait until Ethan's project is locked in? She sighed, frustrated. I'll talk to Ethan, but he won't be happy. Later, Ethan texted me, thought you'd have Lauren's back. Guess family doesn't mean much to you. The guilt trip stung. Tensions spiked at our next family barbecue. Ethan barely spoke to me, and Lauren made pointed comments about sisters who don't show up. I tried explaining my stance, suggesting a smaller home or renting for a year. Ethan cut me off. We've crunched the numbers, we just need your signature to seal the deal. Why's that so hard? Show me the numbers then, I said, keeping calm. Let's go over your budget, Ethan scoffed. So we need your approval now? Unbelievable. My parents stepped in, urging everyone to cool off, but the damage was done. Lauren whispered as she left. I thought I could rely on you, Claire. A week later, Lauren called, her voice tight. The bank needs your answer by tomorrow. Are you in or out? I took a deep breath. I'm out, Lauren. I can't take that risk. Her tone turned sharp. This is about family, Claire. I bilayed you out when your laptop died in college. Now you're abandoning me. The comparison was laughable. A $200 loan versus a $500,000 mortgage, but her accusation cut deep. She hung up, crying. Then things got weird. Ethan showed up at my office unannounced, Lauren in tow with a folder of loan documents. Sign this and we're done bothering you, he said, voice clipped. I stood firm. My answer's no. Ethan's jaw clenched. You're killing your sister's dream. Hope you're proud. Lauren added, maybe you're not the sister I thought you were. Ryan urged me to document everything, sensing Ethan's aggression. Strange calls started, credit inquiries I hadn't authorized. My bank flagged suspicious login attempts. Alarmed, I had Sarah dig into Ethan's finances. The results were chilling. Ethan had racked up $80,000 in credit card debt, a car loan in collections, and a foreclosure from a failed property flip years ago. Lauren either didn't know or was hiding it. I prepared a packet with alternative loan options and invited Lauren to talk. Before I could send it, the situation exploded. Ethan and Lauren showed up at my condo one evening, furious. You're ruining our lives? Ethan shouted. I tried to stay calm, but he lunged, grabbing my arm and twisting it until my shoulder popped. I screamed, and he slammed me against the wall, splitting my lip. Lauren watched, muttering, "You should have signed." I stumbled to my parents' house, bleeding and dazed. They called 911, and the police were appalled by Ethan's violence and Lauren's indifference. Ethan was arrested, and Lauren's refusal to condemn him shattered me. My parents are supporting me as I press charges and seek a restraining order. The sister I loved feels like a stranger now, and I'm left wondering if our bond can ever be repaired.